What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build. This one's going out to Eddie, and it's his first watch from me. We styled it like one of the compass anchor builds, which featured a brushed case, one of the solid milled diver style bezels, and an engineered band. With this one, with that one, it was a raised logo, and we did lasering to reduce the height of everything around it to kind of make it look like it is a raised raised lettering, but actually just everything else around it is lasered down. So took his company logo, lasered it, lasered everything around it, and we did it in kind of a charred, kind of brushed style to give it a bit of some depth. And then my guy went back over the actual logo itself and kind of charred it just a little bit, but to give it a bit of pop of color. And my light is over here off to the side, but we did a Moldova set of silver hands on this. As I mentioned, it's a brushed case, solid crown, milled bezel, brushed band, and then we have a stainless steel movement holder in there that you can't see with a low profile exhibition caseback and a little signed rotor in there. I'm going to go ahead and grab the light to show off. We did lasering around for the pips and then backside loomed them. So they are there. They are just smaller. And then obviously you have a pipped bezel as well. So with this build, the bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. This is a bidirectional bezel. This is just held on with a tension ring, and it's on decently tight, so you shouldn't accidentally bump it when you're putting it on. Just obviously you can either align it here or align that kind of in the middle of your crown. Laser engraved. We did the same logo here, right here across the top. This is a double lock clasp, so you will just lift up, pinch, and remove. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit, and how you do that is you back the crown off the threads and so you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with the rotor movement in the back will keep your time throughout the day. But if you're going to be driving or not active at all, make sure you do it for about 15 seconds. You cannot overwind it. This winding mixed with the rotor movement in the back will keep your time throughout the day. That said, if you're not going to be very active, just wind it up a little bit longer. That's what I did to make sure it keeps time throughout the night. So it has kept perfect time. So it has a 31-hour power reserve on it. So I did this, built this yesterday, I don't know. So it's been running for probably 14, 16 hours. Now we've just added another 31-ish plus hours onto it. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice it's got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure through there. Okay, Google, what time is it? 1:30 something. 1:37, and you got your little tiny marks thereafter. You're good. You're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that, sir, is your build. You've got a domed acrylic in there, so straight on you don't really see that pop, but from the side, when you get it in the light, you're going to see your different lines of your acrylic going in circles there. And then you're going to see your pop of color there on your raised dial. Band on this. This is just push pins. So you will just put your tool in here. I think I might have one I might send to you. You're just going to put it in here, and you're going to tap it down with a little hammer, and then pop it back out the other side to size it. If you need to remove a couple links, you're going to pop here, you're going to pop here. You got to take those pins out, reconnect it from this side to this side, and then you're going to feed them back through the other direction. You want the tapered open, you want the tapered end, not the open end, to go first. You're going to tap it flush, and it's going to kind of look like a little screw head because it's got a line in it, but that's just where the piece of metal is folded back over on itself. So that is not a screw. On the other end, you're going to see they're the opposite direction. You feed them through here, and then you put them back through the same way that they came out. So they're gonna go out by the tapered head. I'm sorry, I keep calling it, that's the tapered head is this over here. They're gonna go up by the head that's not tapered, and they're gonna be reinserted by the tapered end and feed back up through the top. So if you've ever done one, it's just the same as this, but a lot of people think that since there's a line here that maybe these are screw head that they can't get it screwed into. So since it's your first watch, I thought I'd go over that with you because all of them will be the same. So any band that I have, I used to have some that were screw. I did mesh way long time ago, and those were not good. And then you have your micro adjustment here, just a little push pin. You just push it out, walk it up to that next one, push this one out, walk it up to the next one. If you go from here to here, I believe it's either a half link or a full link. I guess you'd have to just measure from here to here. I think it would be about a half link because from here to here looks from about here to here. So it's probably a half link adjustment. But that is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. The wife thought this would look good with that. Entirely up to you how cool you are, whether you wear those with your watch or not. Oh man, I'm going to sneeze. It's coming. This will come in a special edition silver BBW box. It will come with watch foamer. This is watch cleaner. That's good for all glass and metal. So this watch as a whole, this is a foaming tube. A little bit will go a long way. So just do a little bit. That with your microfiber for that part of it. This is a brushed, everything on this is brushed. So if you nick this, use the green side of a Scotch-Brite, just brush it in, go one direction. Same with the clasp, same with the case, just go one direction. You'll see the direction that it's supposed to be. Just follow that around. And then on the sides, it is straight. But what happens if you do that to the domed acrylic? Well, you're going to use some Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged, or you can get yourself some Polywatch if you want to spend the extra money. This is to rebuild that acrylic. So if you get a scratch in it going up and down, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. It is matching. So if the scratch is up and down, go left and right, fill it, haze it, buff it out, see if it's still there. If it is, revisit it after that solidifies in a few minutes, because you're just rebuilding back up that acrylic. So in a perfect world, you won't scratch it at all, but if you do, you can buff it out. And a lot of times you won't even see it unless you really get it into like light, because with acrylic, just like anything, like even glass on your own car, you will see the little teeny pock marks and different things, imperfections in it, if you get it into the light. So some of that you can remove. Some of that is part of the acrylic, but if you add any of it yourself, you can 9 times out of 10 get it out unless you've gouged it out. If you ever run into that, let me know, and we just have to replace the crystal one. So, but that's your build, sir. That is your first build, and hopefully not your last build. But if you want me to do anything more like this, we could even do it in different colorways. The whole watch in black, the whole dial in black, still same kind of thing. So different options we can do with Cerakote as well. So for those watching, if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.